Hi, my name is Mike Chapman, and I am a brand manager with ListenUp. And today we are lucky to be here with Marshall Currier, the national trainer from Lenbrook North America. Lenbrook, probably a name that you may not be accustomed to, but you sure are some of the brands that they own, mainly Bluesound and NAD. And today we are primarily focusing on a new Bluesound product just coming out to market. Two extraordinary soundbars, the Soundbar Pulse Cinema and then the little brother, the Soundbar Pulse Cinema Mini. And beyond being just exceptionally sounding soundbars that can fill an entire room with a surround sound type of environment, they also are lucky enough to be with part of one of the best music streaming platforms that is out there. Actually, I would say the best, and that is Bluesound. And that is what I would like Mr. Currier to talk about today. Tell us what's up with Bluesound.
Oh, well, two new products. It's not every day we have a new soundbar, so of course it's an exciting time for us. This is a completely new design. And you know what's interesting is our last soundbar, Mike, how long did it last us? 8 years, I want to say? Mm-hmm. The Soundbar Plus. And the differences are very, very obvious cosmetically. You can look at the Pulse Cinema and the Cinema Mini, and you can immediately tell that these products are designed really with an eye towards a new aesthetic. We have a new color with the Pulse Cinema Mini. We have as well as some new hardware internally. So first time we're doing a center channel module that's a discrete center channel speaker array inside the Pulse Cinema. And then physical upward firing Atmos solutions also in the Pulse Cinema. So you have real mid-range and tweeter complements on the outside edges of the soundbar to fire vertically for your front height channels. So some major hardware improvements comparing the Soundbar Plus to the Pulse Cinema and Cinema Mini.
So we would put the Pulse Cinema into our main theater type room, and then the Pulse Cinema Mini really anywhere else where there's a TV, certainly I could, in a master bedroom environment, seems like a perfect. What kind of Bluesound product are we putting into the study?
Yeah, you know, the applications are obviously vast for a soundbar. For us in the study, we've got a whole long list of products. You know, one of the things I like to look at is it falls on one side of a divide with putting products into a study or a small bedroom or something. You've got solutions like our Powernode family, which allows you to use two passive loudspeakers and run some speaker cable to a pair of nice passive speakers, and that allows you to put them sort of within a single piece of furniture, you know, credenza, bookcase, something like that. Or you could do Bluesound Pulse M, Pulse Flex. Our Pulse 2i is our largest loudspeaker, which is it's a true stereo speaker with a chamber in the middle of the enclosure, and then we also feature a Pulse a Mini 2i as well. So we have 4 different loudspeakers you could put into say a study, for example, from Bluesound into a study, small bedroom, something like that. Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Bluesound.
Thanks, man.
I'm a big fan of high-resolution audio files.
Thanks, man.
But not everybody out there has heard of Bluesound. They may be familiar with brands whose names go backwards or forwards. Mm-hmm. So tell us, what about Bluesound? What makes it special? Why go Bluesound?
Yeah. You know, Bluesound is really the bloodline of 2 audiophile brands, NAD and PSB speakers. Brands that ListenUp has been selling now for a good number of decades. The NAD engineering team developed the DACs, the amps, the electronics, and the PSB speakers acoustic team develops, of course, the acoustic products. So subwoofers, soundbars, Pulse 2i loudspeakers. So we actually took the family name Pulse, and it's really, that encompasses all of our loudspeakers, whether it's soundbars or other products. And then the name Node is our audio endpoint solutions, whether it's a preamplifier product or a powered product for passive speakers. But really, Bluesound is the child of NAD and PSB.
And so if I've got an existing audio system and I want to introduce Bluesound to it, I do that through the Node family?
Exactly right. You add a Bluesound Node. We have 3 different models currently to choose from: a Node Nano, a Node Classic, I call it, or the N132, and then a Node Icon. And those products would connect to, say, an existing hi-fi or stereo system. You could also plug them into a pair of powered speakers as well. But if you have a pair of passive speakers, that's where our Powernode family comes into play. And the Powernode family is two different models today. It's the Powernode and Powernode Edge. And those two solutions offer 40 watts by 2 or 80 watts by 3 or 100 watts by 2. Our larger Powernode is configurable in two different speaker arrays. A center channel is optional with the new Powernode. But the Powernode family of products is what powers those passive speakers. Yeah.
And then for those who want to take audio to the next level, the NAD Master Series, what products within the Master Series have Bluesound native to it?
Yeah, so I mentioned NAD electronics. You know, NAD being our sister brand, we took the Bluesound technology, or what we call the Bluesound operating system, or BluOS, and we put that into a whole variety of NAD electronics. So it starts off with products like the NAD C700, that's an integrated amplifier, 2x80 integrated amplifier with a nice screen and a nice small enclosure. It starts with the C700 and goes up through integrateds with our MDC architecture into the Master Series. So the exciting thing, of course, about doing the same operating system across a broad variety of different price points and performance criteria is that it's the same app. It's the same app you use for your soundbar that you use for, say, your NAD products. Same features, same streaming services, same setup. So you don't have to app hop or change, you know, I'm using, say, one speaker in one room or a different brand in a different room. They basically all operate in sort of this harmonious environment using one app and one ecosystem.
Excellent, thank you. Please visit listenup.com to check out both NAD and Bluesound, or if you're in our neighborhood, our 3 retail stores in Colorado and our store in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thanks.